So hello guys, I'll be teaching HTML quotation and citing. So there are a few elements like let's say I'm going to talk about six elements that deals with HTML quotation and citing. So don't get too confused with HTML quotation and citing. It's just let's say you have a letter and let's say this side where they put this quotation mark, you want to put it in your code without having to put it manually by writing it. You want to put it with elements. You can use some HTML elements to do it. But writing it with those elements to make computer to know that that word is a quotation. But if you should write it normally, it computer might not really screen readers might not really detect it as quotes. But put it in elements that puts those quotes, computer will see it as a quotation. But that's not the only ones we have. We have other different ones. I'll be showing it to you today. So first off, I'll be starting with writing a text that is not formatted. So this is part of HTML text formatting, but it's a different level, but still almost the same thing. So I'll be using my comments first to start with unformatted text, formatted text. Then the next line will be the text that's unformatted. So I'll just put any text there. So as you can see, I've put a text. So in my next line, I will be putting a quote. So the first one will be quotation marks. So putting quotation marks on text. So putting quotation marks on text, then I'll be putting a text inside here, inside the p tag. So as you can see, this is the text. So I want to start from there, say this is outcome to, let's say, maybe this Nisi side. I want to put quotation mark starting from the beginning side, then putting a closing quotation mark at the end. So what I will do, I'm going to copy this text, I'm going to cut it out. So before I paste the text there, I'll be putting a Q tag. So the Q tag is called quotation mark tag. So it's generated with the Q tag. So I'll put the Q tag, as you can see, this is the Q tag. In between the Q tag, I'll put in that text. So all the text that in between these will be covered with quotation. So I'll be removing this out. We'll see how the text will look like without the quotation marks. So I'll put fresh inside. We'll see how it will look like that. So as you can see, starting from this down to the Nisi side, there's no quotation mark there. There's no quotation mark down to this side of quotation. But if I close it, you see quotation mark starting from here and ending there. So let me put it back. So I'm going to go and refresh. So as you can see, you're seeing the quotation mark there. You can see the quotation mark. Let me increase the size. So I want to see the quotation mark. As I see, you're seeing quotation mark. So where is the so look at the initial side, I see the quotation mark there. So that is if you want to put quotation marks on this. Instead of you writing it manually with your hand, you use quotes so I know that you're putting quotation mark there. So the next text will be let's say abbreviation. So we'll be using the title attribute that I talked about in our attribute class. So we'll be using the title attribute here. So we put in the text. So call it P and put in this. So here computer already takes this ABBR. ABBR is a HTML tag element for abbreviation. So this ABBR computer already takes it as an abbreviation. So when you put it, you just have to. It's not that if you put the full meaning, computer abbreviate it for you. No. Let's say we want to put an abbreviation inside this place. So putting it here automatically tell computer that this is not a normal text, this is an abbreviation. So the worldwide World Health Organization. So this is the abbreviation. So this is the full meaning. I put it in the title. Remember, I've taught you about title before, so I'll be refreshing. As you can see, this is the abbreviation, and computer takes another abbreviation. So you put these dotted lines under it. The text see like this on the website, has dotted line under it, it's an abbreviation. So if I hover on it, I can see it's in World Health Organization. So that's the title and the full meaning of the abbreviation. So we have the next element for HTML quotation. So we have the address tab. So when you're developing your website and you want to put your address in your website, you basically use the address tab to put your address. So I'm putting my address in the address tab. So let me just put a random address so we can see how it looks like. So we say 40 So this is basically a typical address. So if I were refreshing, you'll be seeing this in the different formats. So refreshing, as you can see, this is an address. The web browser already takes this as an address, seeing this as an address. So that's basically how you can put your address there. So use the address tag if you want to put an address in your website. So the next tag we'll be taking is the BDO tag. So what this BDO tag actually does, it changes the direction of the text. Let's say the normal direction of the text is from left to right. So as you can see, the text is written from left to right. If I want to change the direction of the text, so it will be written from right to left. So the thing will be written from A, I, R. So it continue writing like that till it reaches this last A in Anambra. So I'll be doing it. So what the video actually means is by direction by directional with okay, yeah, override. So it overrides like the direction of which in which a text is being written. So we'll have the p tag, so and we'll have the video in between. So this dir here now is the attribute. So this attribute will help us enable us to change the direction. As you can see, we have the left to right, the normal one, and we have the right to left, and we have the auto. So as you can see, this will help us to change the direction of a text. So I'll be putting left to right here so that we can see whether the direction will change. So I'll be copying this text, this Anambra State. I'll be copying this text and putting it here. So putting it here, I'll be changing this. I'll first remove the left, removing
the left to right so that we'll see whether it will have any effect on it yet. So I'll go to my this thing and refresh. As you can see, the text is written normal. So we'll be changing the direction. So I'll be putting left to right. So let's say I was going to show, so refreshing, it works like normal text. So the left to right is the normal writing text. So changing the direction from right to left, right to left. So RTL means right. RTL means right to left. So LTR LTR means left to right. So normal standard writing text left to right. So I'll be putting it in RTL so that we can see how it's going to display. So putting it in RTL LTR. So I'll refresh, as you can see. Started from this A and still going back, start writing from here. As you can see how it is. So you can look at it well. So observe, look at it well. You can observe how it is written. So that's video for you. You just changing the direction of how the text is being written. So we have the next one. I mean, I've done one, two, three, four. So remaining, we have two more. We have the next one as block quote. So you have seen in a letters, or let's say in a poem, where the next line is written in block quote. Basically, I'll just show you how it looks like. If you don't know how a block quote is, you can research it and see. But I'll show you how a block quote look like. So this element writes text in a block quote format. So putting the block quote, so putting my text in a block quote format, I have to first write a normal text so that we can see how the block quotes will look compared to a normal text. So I'll be putting let's say let us see how block quote looks like compared to me. So writing this, we put in a text in this block quote. So I'll just put random words. So this is the text. So we'll be coming to our browser to refresh. So as you can see, this is the block quote. As you can see, it gave a space on top and it gave this kind of indented space here. So the block quote writes the text in an indented format. So writing the text in an indented format, as you can see, this and space. So we don't usually use this, but you can still use it in your text. It depends on how you want to design your website. It depends on you, but this is just another element you can add to your list of elements. So the last we'll be taking today is a site element. So this site element, so just for is for citing. Let's see it. The site element is indicated with the site tag. So the site element is defined that, like, let's say there are some works that, let's say a paint work that the name needs to be written under or something like that. You use a site tag to write the name of the work so it can you can differentiate it from other spellings, other text written maybe. What I know is that site elements are just used for distinguishing the name of a work. Let's say in a painting, the name of a work, you want to distinguish it from, let's say, any extra text. You be like, the name of this work is this. So the name of the work, you put it in site, this in site element. Then The other ones can be outside the site element. So I'll be putting so I will see how the site element to make the text to look like. So citing element is just site. So inside this site, before the site, we put in an element, the name of this artwork is, then we write learner games. So we see this learner games on another type of text format. So refreshing, as you can see, this is now somehow like an italic form. So it puts the text somehow in an italic form. So it distinguishes the text, telling the readers that this text is not a normal set text that is distinguished. So it might be the name of the artwork, as you can see, the name of the artwork is Leonard Game. So the name of the artwork Leonard Game. So anybody that sees this text will know that the name of the artwork is this Leonard Game. And browser will also take the the site element as this text is very important. So I think that's that for today. So you can practice these and use them to play around. So by tomorrow we'll be writing, let's say, something like a letter or something like that. So we'll use all the whole elements we have learned today to achieve that. So thank you guys. See you tomorrow.